I feel good physically. I'm good. I've been training for a long time. My arm is still getting better, but it doesn't really hinder me, too much. So, I mean, I'm close to 100%. I would like to be top 5 for sure. And I'm shooting to try and get on the podium and try and make that happen. So, that would definitely, make me happy.
Well, we've already seen Jake racing here tonight. Let's show you our Toyota highlights of the second heat, which saw the reigning champ Ryan Dungey on the number 1 and the 2-time champ James Stewart on the 7. You saw Austin Stroop stuck at the gate, but Stewart jumped out to an early lead, and that'd be all anybody would see him as a 29 of Andrew Short on the factory KTM battled with Dungey. Dungey finally got to the inside. The Rockstar Makita Suzuki rider put himself in a good position for a solid gate pick.
Watch Millsaps here on the Yamaha, comes flying through the whoops, takes the spot away from Andrew Short. He put in a fantastic heat race, but it was the other Yamaha rider, James Stewart, with the win.
Stewart takes the big win in heat number 2, set himself up for the main. Plenty of snow still left up in the Wasatch Mountains, and James Stewart not slowed down by any of the snow that fell over at Rice-Eccles Stadium today. He puts in a great run to win the heat race. Chris Blows will get the final transfer straight to the main event. We go straight down to the podium where our Aaron Bates is waiting.
Before the break, it was back-to-back wins for James Stewart, who is just 9 points out of the lead. James, the momentum is in your court. What did you do during your break off to keep the ball rolling?
I took some time to hang out with the family, rode a little bit. I don't know, just having a little bit of fun. Track's tough. The whoops are awesome. They're hard, but they're slippery. The same old Yamaha back Red Bull. It's working awesome tonight, and try to get out there. This cold is trying to break my rhythm. I'm cold. I'm like a Eskimo out there, so we'll see what happens.
Congratulations on a job well done.
James might be struggling with the cold. These fans are a hardy bunch here in Salt Lake City. They've turned out to watch the penultimate round of the season. Well, Fro, you got my vote.
Well, thank you, Ralphie.
I'm not sure what we're electing you president of, but you still get my vote.
I am loved in Utah.
Yeah, sure are.
It feels great.
You know what else is loved in Utah is action sports. This is a great state to come to if you love action sports like Jeff and I do. And that's why Monster Energy Supercross comes here year after year.
The event will generate to the economy almost $9 million, according to studies that have been done by Feld. It'll generate about $2.5 to $3 million in value to the state in terms of promotion and image building. So this is a significant event in terms of what it does for us as a state. And again, the economic impact and image building of this event is great for what we're doing here in the state of Utah in terms of sports.
Utah, because we are the state of sport, is really being exposed to internationally in a way that we couldn't even have dreamed about just 10, 15 years ago. If you want an adrenaline rush, come to Utah. You can do it a lot of different ways. You can be out on your snowboard, on your skis. You can be out on your dirt bike. You can come and watch some of these great events like we have here with Supercross. Supercross! 40,000 fans are expected to be in attendance. We're averaging about that these last 4 years. That's remarkable to watch some people ride motorcycles that defy gravity and defy reason. It's incredible to see these athletes in action.
Utah is definitely a great place to come if you love action sports. It's also pretty good if you love great food. Our dear friend Walter Nassi treated us again last night to an outstanding dinner at Cucina Toscana, his place.
The best Italian food in town, bar none.
Outstanding. Tyler Bowers, the Arena Cross champion, takes the win in the LCQ. Cole Siebler will join him in the main event, which is coming up.
The 2011 season will go down without question as the greatest season ever. Join CBS Sports for a 1-hour wrap-up show the day after the finale in Las Vegas. Relive all the excitement and drama of rookie Trey Kennard making his mark with 3 wins. Ryan Dungey fighting the odds to defend his title. The rebirth of the Chad Reed-James Stewart rivalry in Atlanta. And Ryan Villapoto on his quest for his first Supercross championship. Catch it all right here on CBS for the full story on the 2011 Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship.
You know, the great thing about the sport of Monster Energy Supercross is whether it's snowing here in Salt Lake or like it's going to be next week in Las Vegas, 90 degrees, it doesn't matter. These guys are racing and the fans turn out to see it, and they are a hardy bunch here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And Jeff, the racetrack is definitely coming into play tonight. They've made some adjustments to it.
Well, they have made some adjustments to the starting line area coming right down through here. They kind of changed this. You can see they've made a big sweep, making it a lot safer here as we get into the, one of the final rounds here. And points are critical. But we're going to pick it up from turn 3 over the triple, a rhythm section where we've seen some riders make some mistakes, and it's really played out, that if you get through there clean, you're good, but you make a mistake in there, you can really lose a lot of time or positions, which in the main means points. Another rhythm section, and the whoops have smoothed out a little bit here, but I think as the main event goes on, that whoop section is going to be critical, and on over into the finish line.
Let's take a look now at this week's MMI Tech Tip.
Hey, I'm Lars Lindstrom, Chad Reed's mechanic for 22 Motorsports. This is your MMI Tech Tip. We're in Salt Lake City, Utah this week. It's quite a bit higher elevation than any other race we do, and that creates less air, less power. So we do a couple things to compensate for that so that Chad doesn't feel a difference on the track. One thing we do is we go up higher, taller tooth on the sprocket to create a little bit more bottom power and a little bit more response. The other thing we do is change the engine setting around and make it a little bit more compression. Since there's less air coming through, because of the less dense air up in higher elevation, it creates less power. So bump up the compression a little bit, try to make it a little bit more, and try to make it the same as what we would feel down in lower elevations, other Supercross races.
For more information, go to MMIgarage.com. Hi once again, everybody. We might be the only 2 guys in shirt sleeves here tonight in our warm booth. Ralph Sheen and Jeff Emig joining you high atop the racetrack here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. So the heat races are completed, Jeff, and we're ready to go racing now towards the main event. A very cold night, but we've seen some very fast riding. So who do you think looks like they might have an edge here tonight in the main?
Well, it is really going to be a battle because the top 4 riders really stepped up to the plate in those heat races. It was Stewart and Reed that both logged 42.8 second lap times, the fastest of all the heats. I think it's your 2 former champions that are starting to rise to the top. But I did see some more aggressive, more confident riding out of Dungey and Villapoto, and they're going to need it. Once the gate drops, all those technical things that they can do with the bike are out of the picture. It's all about the rider once the gate drops and battling the weather and this track here tonight. It's going to be a spectacular main event. There's so much anticipation because this race really sets the stage heading into that final round. So it's going to be exciting.
Oh, it has been without question the greatest season in the history of this sport. So we just get closer and closer now to our main event. But before we drop that gate, let's check in with Aaron for a RockyMountainMC.com track report.
Even though the riders have been bundling up, trying to stay warm and complaining of the low 40-degree temperatures, they've all agreed that they're very happy that there's been snow flurries this week and a little bit of rain to help moisten the track and soften it up before it was tarped on Thursday. There's 2 areas of concern that they've had, and that's the right-hand start, which is only the second one we've seen this season, and the whoop section that's behind me that's inconsistently spaced. It was intentional that was inconsistent, so they're hoping that no rider would be able to blitz through them. Well, today, earlier during his heat race, James Stewart managed to execute what they thought was impossible.
Up next, join Ralph, Jeff, and Aaron for all the action at round 16 of the most competitive season in history. Who from the Fast 4 will reign supreme in Salt Lake City? Find out when Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship returns to Utah.
Welcome back to Salt Lake City. Ralph Shaheen, Jeff Emig, and Aaron Bates with you. It is main event time, the penultimate round of the 2011 season, and the two-time Monster Energy Supercross champion Chad Reed and his 2-2 Motorsports, the Bell Ray back rider, ready.